Today, we are going to learn about how a website works. Now, before learning how to develop websites, it's very important to know the different components that make up a website and also have a good understanding of how they interact with each other. Now, if you go to any website by typing a URL in your browser address bar, you will get a web page like this. And this is basically a file or group of files which has been returned by the server upon your request and then read by your browser and then displayed on your web page accordingly. So to go in more details, what we see right here is what we call a web page. So a web page is a part of a website. In our example, this web page is part of the LinkedIn website which has got other web pages which are interconnected. So if I click on any of these links, then I'll go to one of the LinkedIn websites web pages. But for simplicity, when we say website, sometimes we refer to a web page. So on any web page, you will see data or information which is displayed in different formats. So you find text like heading or paragraph. You also find links, images, forms which you can fill and submit to a server and so on. Also, these elements are styled in a certain way. Also, each of these elements are positioned in a specific location on the web page to create a good design for the users. So for instance, this picture is placed in the right side of the web page and this text heading and the input boxes are placed in the left side of the web page to create more beautiful design for the website users. Now, there's another very important aspect amongst the interactivity of the web page, and that means how the web page will react to certain events created by the user. So, for example, I'll go to LinkedIn jobs. If I start typing the name of the job inside this search field, then LinkedIn will suggest certain job posts which may be of interest to me based on the keywords that I type so far. And that's one way of how a web page could be more interactive and respond to user events like typing and searching. There are other events that a web page can respond to, like clicking on a button, for example, and so on. Now, all the aspects that we covered so far are things which are visible to the user, unlike things happening on the server side which user can't see. So anything that user can see on the web page and interacts with it is what we call the front end. There are many front-end technologies which you can use it to build modern looking interactive website. There are also many other backend technologies available which you can use it to write code on the server side. Now before moving forward, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed it yet. And don't forget to turn on the notification. Now let's start with the front-end website and go through some technologies used to create the different aspects of the website that we covered earlier. So in this website, you can see the heading and then we have a paragraph and we have two links on the side and then we have one image and then under the image we have a sentence written. So all these elements, they make up the skeleton of the website. So the technology you use to create this is called HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So hypertext means that the different web pages are linked to each other using links. So if I click on this link, for example, so this will take me to another web page that is connected with that link. HTML is a markup language, and that's because the syntax that HTML uses is based on tags. So for example, to create a paragraph, you write some text and then you wrap it inside these pieces. Here the P stands for paragraph and you have got an open tag before starting the paragraph, which is P wraps inside the brackets, and the close tag, which is /P inside the brackets. HTML5 is the latest technology that we are using now. Now, if you want to add some decoration to the website, for example, now let's say you want to change the color of this heading, and you want to change the color of this paragraph, and you want to zoom the image and so on. So these tasks can be performed using another technology which is called CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets and is used to add styling and decoration to the website. You can also use it to change the size of different elements on your website and position them in a specific location on your web page. Just like the HTML, CSS comes with its own syntax where you need to select an element and then add some styling to it. So for example, we are selecting all paragraphs using the p tag and then setting their color to green. Now there are other ways of selecting elements which we will be covering in another video later. Now the main reason why CSS is called cascading style sheet is because there are rules which will determine which styling is going to take over when a certain element matches two or more different styles. Now a simple example is where I tell the browser that all elements on this web page should have a green color. And I also tell the browser that all paragraphs inside my web page should have the blue color. Now in this scenario, both rules match paragraphs, but the browser is going to take the decision which rule is going to be applied based on the CSS standard rules. A quick reminder, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed it yet. Also don't forget to turn on the notifications. Now let's add some interactivity to the web page. So for example, we can decide when the user clicks on the button, a video is launched. Or if a user clicks on this image, the image changes. Also, you can add some animations to the website to make it more interactive. So all these effects can be created using a technology called JavaScript. Now JavaScript, unlike HTML and CSS, is a programming language, which means that you use it to write certain instructions to be executed by a computer, and also you can tell a computer that those instructions are to be performed under certain circumstances. JavaScript comes with its own syntax. For example, just to give you a quick idea, we'll tell the browser that a car should move upwards. An example of the code would be used for that scenario would look similar to this, where car refers to the car object and move up is a function attached to the object which tell the browser that the object should move up. Now these are the three technologies which are used to develop modern looking interactive website. We will be doing in detail videos about HTML, CSS and JavaScript where you can learn from the basics to everything you need to build an advanced, responsive, modern looking website. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do subscribe to HowToDoIt and click on the bell button to get notifications. Please like this video and comment down below if you found this video useful. Thank you very much for watching.